Minecraft. More addictive than lemonade. It certainly is. I may still be in Minecraft 1.0.0, but that doesn't mean there's not a ton of exciting things to do. I've got a big list, and today we are going to do something that I haven't seen in anyone's Let's Play before. At least not that I can recall. We're going to explore a mushroom biome. So I had some wanderlust and was sailing, and look what I discovered. It's my first mushroom island, and I'm coming on it just as the sun is setting. I have my video brightness settings up, and so we should be able to see a bit. And so light shouldn't be a problem, although I will put some torches on parts of the island. But yes, there are many new things here to explore, and so let's hop out of the boat and take a look. I don't think I have to worry about mobs because my understanding, well, other than Mooshrooms, which we'll go check out in a moment, my understanding is that bad guys don't spawn in the mushroom biome. I'm not sure if it's they don't spawn on this mycelium dirt or... Look at these guys, Mooshrooms. So they're like cows with mushrooms growing on them. Oh, I have so many experiments I need to do. Oh, there's so much we have to explore here. All right, we're going to check out the Mooshrooms in a minute. And then I think this stuff, is it just like dirt that something grows on top of? Like if I collect it... Yeah, I think it just collects as a piece of dirt, and so unless I had like Silk Touch or something like that, I can't actually pick up these mycelium blocks. And then I think if I put down dirt, just like grass, this little kind of purpley mushroomness stuff will grow on top of it, I think. Oh, and it has little particle effects. You see that? Just kind of like coming up out of the ground. That's interesting. And let's see. Okay, so we have the mushroom cows. Mushrooms, giant mushrooms grow naturally. And there's also just brown mushrooms, and presumably there'll also be some red mushrooms just growing around on the ground, is my understanding. I've only read about these things. I'm not even sure. I can't remember if I've actually seen someone find it in one of their Let's Plays or not. So perhaps this is a Minecraft first for many of our viewers. Hooray! Hello, mushroom cow. And so yes, mushroom, I guess, is a play on words, because obviously we're in a mushroom biome and they have mushrooms growing on them. And also, moo is the sound a cow makes, so mushroom, ha ha ha. Great, and it does seem to be the case that there aren't any bad guy mobs who are spawning. The island seems relatively small, because it seems like I may have kind of traversed all of it at this point. This seems to be the highest point up here. And I don't know that there's... Oh, there's a bit more... Oh, look at all the cows. Look at all these mushrooms on the backside. And so, okay, so let's do some of the experiments that we have to do on the cows, because these guys are extremely prolific in terms of all of the things that they offer up for you. And so fortunately I'm carrying some wood. I don't have a lot of supplies on me. I was just kind of wandering around and wasn't expecting to necessarily come across this. But I know you can make bowls like this. And so if I make 4 bowls, and I'll just put one of them in my inventory, just like you can milk cows, I believe you can walk up to the udder of a mushroom and get mushroom stew out of it. And so we're going to have to try this out, except for he keeps looking at me. There we go! Mushroom stew! How do you like that? And I can eat it right here, because I actually need the food to regain some hearts. So that's one crazy thing about mushrooms, is you can milk them with a wooden bowl in order to get mushroom stew. I believe you can also just use a bucket. What did I do already with my crafting table? It's over here. I think you can also milk them with a bucket just to get milk like you would out of a normal cow. And so let's go ahead and try that. Zoink! Yep, there's milk. And milk apparently you can drink now as a cure for poison, but apparently you can also drink it if you're not poisoned. And so I will carry around a bucket of milk now, because why not? And finally, I believe you can shear a mushroom cow and get the red mushrooms off of it. And so let's grab my shears, and let's try to get one of these guys who's kind of separated from the rest of the bunch. Here we go. We'll get a good look at you. And it like has a little explosion effect, and so I picked up some red mushrooms, and now he's turned back into a normal cow. And unfortunately, I don't have any wheat on me, but I believe you can breed these animals just like any other animals, and so I could try breeding them. And so that's another thing they'll have to check out. And then if you kill them, there's enough of them that I'm willing to go ahead and kill one. Oh, he's caught on fire with my crazy sword. And yeah, just drops the same thing as a cow, which in this case is like leather and steak. Oh, and since I set him on fire with my sword, it's a cooked steak. That's pretty funny. Alright, so there you go, as opposed to raw beef. And yes, so there's tons of mushrooms here, and I might end up reading them or doing something with them, I'm not sure. And it looks like there's another island off here in the distance. I think that might be a mushroom island as well. I can't quite see from over here. And so let me go back to my boat, which is back over on this corner of the island, and sail over there, because I can't quite see it on my screen. You might be able to see it when it's lit up on YouTube. I'm not sure. Oh! Let's try not to die before I get there. I'm going to go back to my boat and sail on top of that, but I think possibly I saw a mushroom on top of that island as well. And so we will go check that out, presuming I can find my boat. Yes, here it is. Let's try not to destroy it. And we'll go sailing over here. But this is very exciting. And then, oh, it looks like there might be like a cave system or something over here as well. Yeah, I think the underground of the mushroom biomes is just like normal underground, and that there's cave systems, and you could find abandoned mines and things, so we'll check out that island in a moment. But now I need to check out this. Yeah, and it just has stone and things. Alright. But I think also monsters don't even spawn underground, and so in a minute we're going to go digging and basically see if we find any monsters underground either. Because it would be very interesting to have, like, a whole underground area where you could be exploring cave systems and mine shafts and not have any monsters to worry about. But yes, now I can see clearly that this is also a mushroom island over here. And yes, this is only about a 1 day's sail from my base. Basically, if I head, starting from my main base, if I head to the west a short ways and then head to the north for about a day of sailing, I come upon this crazy mushroom island. And this other crazy mushroom island. And this one doesn't seem to have as many cows on it. It seems like all the mushrooms. And I just heard a cave noise, ambiance. And so I guess there is... Ooh! That's got to be an underground mine shaft, right? So I wonder if, since it's as near to the island as it is, I'm just going to go swim down into this. Or it might be lava. But I really want to see what's underground and see if there might be mobs there. This is so exciting. There's so much going on, and I'm still in Minecraft 1.0 because we're doing some Race for the Wool stuff where we might need 1.0 client, and I don't want to deal with... Yeah, I guess this might be lava because I think I see some obsidian down here. Let's see if I can safely swim down here. I can use the torch trick to get myself a brief gasp of air. Yes, this was just an underground lava pool. I see some more lava over here. But so long as I'm here, I just made a fresh diamond pick because my diamond pick was about to run out, and we talked about item repair in a previous episode and how useful it is. I'm going to go ahead and put out the rest of this lava. But I want to grab myself a little bit of cobblestone because I want to test something with cobblestone back out at the other mushroom biome, or underground below the mushroom biome. And do I have any redstone on me? I would really like to make a map, too. Oh, I don't have any of the ingredients I need to make a map. I'm going to have to do a supply run and come back here, because there's a number of things I want to try out in the mushroom biome. And, oh, I saw a mob for a minute and I was scared, and then I realized, oh, it's just a happy, friendly squid. Hello, happy, friendly squid. Alright, let's swim back out of here. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to sail back home and get some other supplies, and then we will come back here and we'll try out growing some crops out here. I want to make a map and see what mushroom biomes look like when they're on the map. I don't know if they look any different. And yes, we'll also do some experiments with dirt, and we'll go digging underground in one of these mushroom biomes to try to find a big cave system to explore. Yes, there's so much I want to do. This is very exciting. And then on top of that, obviously, we have enough ender pearls now that I want to do experiments with ender pearls, and I've already written up a big list of a bunch of different things I want to try in terms of teleporting, just in terms of behaviors that I'm not sure of how things will work. And is there a cave system entrance over here, or is that just a lighting glitch? What's going on over here? Oh, just a little bit of exposed stone and whatnot. All right. So, I'm going to go back to the base. I will get restocked, and I will see you guys in a little bit. And there they are, the Mushroom Islands. We've managed to find them again. Alright, it is very easy to sail to, so I know how to get here and there, and it only takes even actually about a half day of Minecraft sailing, so that's not too long. So I did go ahead and set up some experiments before I left last time, and I don't know that either of them are going to net anything for us yet. But basically, one thing I did is I built, let me hop out of my boat here, kind of a connected dirt thing over here, and so I just want to see if the mycelium spreads onto this dirt. And then the other thing I did over here, I'm not sure if this will be big enough, we might not get conclusive evidence, but I just built a tiny cobblestone platform to find out if monsters could spawn on the cobblestone that I created, and it's just that they can't spawn on the mycelium, or they can't spawn in this biome at all. But I think we'll find out if monsters can spawn by tunneling downstairs and looking for cave systems and things and seeing if we find any monsters in the darkness down there. But I am going to unpack some stuff and, yeah, make a little base up here, and then we'll get started. Okay, so the first of our experiments, I just put down a chest and a crafting table, are can you plant trees? And so I'm holding a shrub, and no, you cannot plant trees on the mycelium. And then the other thing I want to check is, so I can obviously plant a tree over here, but I believe that the mycelium will spread over the dirt, and then I think possibly uproot that sapling. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more dirt out here to possibly encourage this to spread a little bit more quickly. But that's one thing that we'll check out. I believe that these crazy... So this mushroom cow just took fall damage and then was running around like he had just gotten hit. So I believe we haven't done anything with animal farming stuff or whatever, but basically if you get a piece of wheat in your hand, the friendly mobs like to follow you around, and then you can feed them a piece of wheat. I'll feed this guy and he has hearts, and I'll feed this guy and he has hearts, and then the two of them get together and they make a baby. Oh, it's a tiny baby mushroom. So yes, you can breed Mooshrooms just like normal cows, and I believe they can even interbreed. Like you can have a mushroom cow and a normal cow like make babies together, and it either turns into one or the other. We might try that in a little bit. Oh, and the tiny cow has a tiny little moo. And there's an underground lake right here with some coal that I could actually use. So I'm going to mine a little bit of this and then also just start mining downwards and try to find a cave system underneath the mushroom biome to see if we can find enemies. So I will see you guys in a little bit. So I've been digging around for a few minutes and I finally found a cave system. And the reason I was able to find it is because I heard water. And so I do believe it's the case that there aren't any mobs even underground down here, because the normal way that I find cave systems is with my ears, and I haven't heard a single mob the entire time I've been down here. Now admittedly, and let's just double check, triple check, yeah, I'm still on hard mode, so it's not the case that I'm on peaceful or anything, and there have been lava in kind of all the places that I've seen so far, but like over here, this is plenty dark. If there were any mobs, this is exactly where we plan to find them. But yes, we just have a nice dark cave system and no mobs. And so it appears that even underground, in the mushroom biome, there are no mobs, so mobs aren't able to spawn. I thought I heard a footstep there for a moment, but I guess it might have been my own footsteps. But there you have it. Alright, well that is really interesting. And yeah, normally this would be a place that I would be very scared of with all this darkness around me. But in the mushroom biomes, it's not. Now, unfortunately, we don't know where the mushroom biome ends. But I expect that we might get a sense of it if we made a map. And so I'm going to go back up on the surface. I brought the ingredients to make a map, and go ahead and make a map, both to see what the mushroom biomes look like on the surface of the map, as well as try to then walk through the caves and have a sense of where we're under the mushroom islands versus just back out under the ocean, and see if we get to a point to where all of a sudden we do start finding mobs in the caves, at which point we'd know we're outside of the mushroom biome. So I'm going to go back up to the surface and do that. I will see you guys in a little bit. And I should mention that the underground looks normal as usual. Like I found gold and redstone and iron, all the usual stuff you'd expect to find in the usual places. And so it seems like in terms of terrain generation, the underground of the mushroom biome is exactly the same, and it's only in terms of mob spawning that things differ. Anyway, let's go make that map. I should also note that I came out at nighttime, and no mobs have spawned on my little cobblestone platform. Admittedly, it's very small, but at the same time, if no mobs can spawn underground, then I would expect if it were possible for mobs, even on a small place, they would manage to find that location to spawn. So I think mobs can't spawn anywhere on the surface, even if you build your own structures as well. We'll have to continue with that experiment. But in any case, let me put some stuff away, and we'll go ahead and make a map. And of course, to make a map, I just need to make a compass, which I can do with some ingredients I just mined up. And then put some paper around it, which is something I brought from home. But I also brought some sugarcane reeds, so we can always make some more. And here is a map, and yeah, on the map itself, it looks just kind of like a normal island, although it's interesting that even though the mycelium has this kind of purple-brown kind of color to it, on the map it showed up as green, just like grass. And yeah, the sounds that you make walking on it sound just like grass. And yep, and then I can see some dots, which I guess are kind of like the tops of some of the mushrooms that look brown. But yeah, it seems like there's nothing particularly noteworthy in terms of the map. The mycelium, I can't remember, I might have planted that one, and so it might have spread onto that one. It seems to be spreading very slowly in any case. So we'll continue to check on that. And then some other things I need to do are, in order to have sustainable food source, I need to plant a wheat farm out here. Because obviously I won't have mobs to kill, and you can only... Oh, admittedly, I could just survive on mushroom stew. I forgot about that. I do want to try planting some stuff, and also putting some dirt away from the mycelium so that I can have a dirt farm where I can grow trees and different things. But at the same time, I need to remember that I could just eat mushroom stew for forever if I want. In any case, I'm going to set up a little bit of that, and I will see you guys in a little bit. And the cows, as cute as they are, and clever, on the other hand, like, they make this loud moo, and I keep hearing the footsteps walking around, and I'm worried about creepers, even though I know I shouldn't be worried about creepers out here. And so it's a little bit disconcerting, just kind of walking around. Yes. But that's okay, I won't complain. Mushroom Islands, it's something completely new and different and exciting. Alright, so I am going to make some more stuff. I will see you guys in a moment. As you can see over here on this little outcropping, I made a little farm where I planted some wheat seeds as well as some trees, and I'm keeping it away from the mycelium so the mycelium won't spread. Unfortunately, it started raining, but it's not nighttime, and so I can't sleep to make it go away, and so I'm going to do a little bit of other setup stuff around here until I can get this quiet again. See you guys in a little bit. Well, trees can definitely grow on normal dirt as normal, because this tree just grew, so that's good to know. There's still a lot of time left in the day, and so I'm going to head back underground to explore with the map in hand, so I'll be able to see kind of where I am with regards to the biomes. And possibly, if we get down to the lava layer, we might just find, you know, some really easy diamonds, since there won't be any mobs to fight. So I'm going to do some exploring down here, and I'll bring you back in as necessary. One thing I will note is that I am still lighting things up as I explore these caves, not so much because of the mobs, but rather because I want to know which areas I've already explored and which ones I have not explored yet, and torches are still one of the best ways to do that. And so you can already see where I've kind of circled around to where I was exploring before. And yeah, I believe, although we'll only just find out ourselves with time, that it is still possible to find dungeon spawners here. And if that's the case, I believe it is the case that dungeon spawners will spawn mobs, even, oops, if we're inside a mushroom biome, and I just heard a zombie. Oh, crap, and there's a skeleton. Okay, so apparently we've reached the edge of the biome, I'm thinking. That did not take very long. Oh, dip, dip, dip. I still haven't seen him. There he is.